Alright, that was fun. We're back here in the studio with Varun, and today we're going to talk about all things headless. If you look at a traditional guitar, you have the headstock and you have a lot more body happening. One of the things that's happening these days with a lot of musicians is we travel, use flights, we go to gigs that are in some remote areas, and a lot of times taking these guitars with us becomes a huge problem. Not that headless guitars are something new, they've been around for a while. But they were associated with a really different kind of music, like really heavy metal, shredding style guitars. But now it's almost gotten back to the mainstream. We've seen blues guitar players use headless, we've seen jazz guitar players use headlesses. And that's kind of the norm that's been going around these days. So let's start off with these two guitars that we have. First of all, I have the NHL 500 by Donner. And we've got the SEWD 700 by SQOE. You've probably seen featured before on the channel. Why are these two really amazing guitars? It's because they've got this HSS configuration. Now, if you're someone who's been using a Strat, you want a guitar that will somewhat resemble your original guitar, but at the same time give you that compact size. And that's what we get with the HSS configurations.
I mean, so like you said, it's not such a common thing to play these headless guitars. For me at least, it's a new thing. I'm more of a Strat person. So that's one thing that I feel is it's really light. The neck goes really comfortable in your hand, and just the first feel of it is it's so just regular, like it's just so comfortable. This cutaway is such that it just fits right onto your body. It's got this comfort,
It's
the contour, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it just fits. So this is a guitar which, as you just keep it, your hand just lands over. So I can already tell that I'm going to be playing for long hours when I play a headless guitar, because it's just so smooth and comfy. Neck feels great, and playability is amazing. So that's the first thing. So I'm liking the pickup sound. I'm loving the playability. That's the first thing that struck me. Is just a very comfortable guitar to play, and it takes really well to whatever signal processing that you put it through. So if you set it up clean, all the pickups are in that zone. Okay, and if you set it up for dirty, and the volume knob is pretty responsive.
Yeah.
So if you can clean it up, it's got that sound. But the biggest highlight for me compared from like a Les Paul or a Strat to when I play this is the comfort factor. So when it's so comfortable and the playability is so great, no wonder you will be able to do more technically with this instrument. And that's the style of music that we see people like Pliny and all the modern,
the modern
metal style of things that people are playing. This extremely progressive music. Okay, it's not just metal; it's got a lot of like nice songwriting, nice sounds and everything. And because you've got this technical facility to do that. Okay. So yeah, like the playability is great. I love it. It's easy to carry around. The weight is just like my shoulder is so happy when I'm standing and playing this.
Absolutely. Idea. This is just incredible. These are incredibly light. Now talking about the different sounds that we just heard you play like a cleanish sound.
Yeah.
What spectrum of sounds can you get from this guitar? If someone had to use this as their only guitar, how wide can you go?
Let's play. Let's play and find out. So I've got. That's the extremely clean. Pickups. As you give it more, it starts to break up. Okay, so we're still at like volume knobs at 3 or 4, so we can.
haven't actually changed any settings on the amp settings or anything. It's all on the guitar.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't hear anything you're saying. I'm just too busy admiring.
It does look really cool.
It looks such a cool thing. It's both the horns, and if you're like on stage with this guitar,
I know.
that's gonna be all eyes are going to be on this thing.
That's all the new
that's
rage.
a show factor of these headless guitars, a look factor.
The look factor.
That is like we didn't even talk about it. It's the most appealing factor. Like look at this.
Yeah, when someone looks at this
instrument,
someone who's familiar with acoustic guitars and you give them this, it's, again, guitar from the future types.
Yeah.
Alright, so now let's move on to the SEWD 700 by SQOE that you've played this before as well.
Right.
And this is again similar in terms of construction. It's got an HSS configuration. This comes with a coil split option, single volume, single tone, and a fixed bridge. This does not have any trem system. Now, I just like Varun, I'm used to playing a Strat and I'm used to having that pickup configuration. And I love how these headless guitars also offer that option. So I can at least get into the territory of that same sound. So let's take a listen. Oh man, I just feel like playing and playing. It's one of those guitars you just feel like playing. Again, similar, the Donner, even the SQOE is really responsive to how you're playing. I was variating the pick attack. I got a great response out of it. And as soon as I turned up the volume and went onto the bridge pickup, I had that rock sound. Mm-hmm. Not changing anything on the amp settings or on my plugins. This comes with a nice roasted maple fretboard. And it's actually got these rounded frets that you can see.
I really love the fret finish on this.
Yeah.
Like this has the standard fret finish, although even this finishing is done really well.
Yeah.
So they are really, paying attention to the fret job and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just a whole league above,
fret job on it. The fret actually ends just before the end of the fretboard. So this has got a slightly thicker neck, but not too fat, similar to like Les Pauls. So for me, it's kind of just perfect. So I can go like. Like you have the note doesn't really die out, it still has that nice beautiful sound. So even on like a neck pickup.
That single coil does sound good.
Yeah, sounds amazing. And it's actually, I have not gotten this kind of sound from a lot of guitars. It kind of just dies out towards the end of the frets.
Give me that. I need to.
Yes.
Let's just exchange and try this out.
Oh, this feels different.
Oh, this is even lighter.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's got such a great neck. Okay. But this does really have that. Got that funky, really. It's got that funky sound along with, okay. And which way is the coil split on? So that's the coil split on.
Yeah. A notable difference is the actual necks on these guitars are very different. But in terms of tuning, all of these guitars have their tuning heads on the bridge. So
these dials.
These
right
little
here.
dials here. Now these have actually some of these, like the Donner and the Hexes, they have actually a notch where you can just put your plectrum in and kind of turn it.
Oh, okay.
So makes it easier.
Yeah.
Of course, these are nerd
No, but
machine heads.
these are still pretty quick to tune. It
Yeah.
did not take me that long to
No.
start tuning it.
So both of these guitars come into like the 25 to 35,000 rupee range. These are some of the more entry level headless guitars. Being headless guitars, not a lot of beginners would pick them up. These would be people who are traveling or they need an alternate guitar, a second guitar for alternate tunings. So these come in that category. And of the two, I think I would pick the NHL 500 just because it looks cool. Both these guitars play exceptionally well. I just found the neck a little bit smoother on this. It's got like a slight finish on this, a smooth finish. So I actually liked this one. What about you?
I think I'll pick this one because I love the fret finish. I love the single coils have a little more expression in terms of high end. These pickups are different, so I like the sound of these pickups more. Okay. But that's just my, that's my taste preference. And apart from that, I like this color. It's pretty cool. It's not as as futuristic looking, and that looks like a Mercedes.
Yeah, just
this is more of like a modern thing with the pick guard. It's crazy how they even got the pick guard on this. Like it's almost.
I wonder how, but it's an incredible pick guard. So next up we have the N400 by Hex. This is a super popular model. You guys probably are familiar with it. And we have the Headless Horseman, which is making a comeback. This used to be around and then it stopped for a while, but now it's back in stock. It's back in circulation. This is the one with the ash body and the fan frets. And this one's more straight up your regular frets, and it's got both. Now we have double humbucker configurations with a coil split. This one's got a switch. I've got the push-pull knob. So Varun, let's hear some shredding maybe, the Headless Horseman.
Shredding. I'm just getting used to the fan fret, but apart from that, it's got a great soaring lead sound. This is what you hear people with these kind of guitars playing,
Yeah, so the cool thing about the fan frets is it's supposed to be, because your fingers are not straight when you spread them out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be easier for those really long stretches, which I can't do on any guitar.
It's also got something to do with when you put like really low strings on it, it sort of adds up for the intonation.
Yeah.
As you go higher up. That's the whole point. But I think that's the whole point. It's got a chunky sound because it's got the swamp ash body. Yeah. And the fret finish is just spot on because it's that circular rounded edge.
Frets. Yeah.
And it finishes up before even the neck ends. So playability is top notch. I can also see there's like a brass nut over here.
Yeah.
That's an added feature that's in there. And you really do feel like there's a lot of resonation happening
acoustically
as well. It's got the coil split and just a very comfortable finish, man. Although even like you can see the wood grain and everything, it's just very smooth.
Yeah, all it doesn't actually pop out.
If you run out on your your fingers on it. So that's the thing. I like the inlays that are at the side, and overall it's got that headless sort of that sound. All the pickups are in that zone that they're dialed in for that modern, that sort of a sound. I would not, maybe this guitar won't be the one you'll take to your Elvis Presley night. Or actually you can try that.
Let's try it.
Where you'll be the one sitting like this over there and just playing.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's too bright though.
Oh,
so it's got that bright really sound. I can use the tone knob to do that. How about yours? Let's hear some of that.
All right. So
do you want the lead sound?
a really nice feel to it. But something that this guitar makes me want to do is just go. For one thing, I like the way that this is actually flat on the bottom. It's maybe something that's not looked at too much, but I can actually like keep this on the ground.
Yeah. So okay, this one doesn't have that.
It's got the slant.
The slant,
makes
yeah.
it difficult to put it on stands. That's just a personal thing.
So this guitar, I think, because of the fan frets and the humbucker, it's meant for that sort of playing. Whereas this is more versatile, is what I would.
Yep. So now we've got the Headless Horseman, the 7-string version, and we've got Hex's very own Z507. Now you're probably familiar with this one. It's been around for a while. And the Headless Horseman, we've seen the 6-string version, and now we're going to the 7-string version. Similar specs on that with the ash body, just the increased strings. But with this, you also get the fan frets. Now, what are 7 strings for? Essentially, it's for a lot of modern playing. You hear genres like gent, modern metal, progressive metal, where you require those really lower, chuggy sounds that don't really come out on a normal guitar. Even if you try to tune it down, the strings start to flop around a little bit. So you have this extra string that's tuned to a low B. And a lot of bands actually go even lower than that. They'll go down to A sharp, they'll go down to G. And that's just experimenting with what the guitar has to offer with various genres of music. So Varun, let's hear your thoughts on the 7-string version of this. How is it feeling?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played a real like heavy 7-string. Like this is a serious guitar now, because you got fan frets, a brass nut, all these electronics and everything with a coil split. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes I have to actually physically count. It's mainly most of the action is in the top 3 or top 2 strings. But then these players can, when they do go that high up on the strings, they really do burn. So that whole style is very technical. And I mean, the sound is in the lower tonality of it. So that's the 6. That's the 7. So that's the sound. So I mean, I don't really play that much of that 7-string style, the progressive metal, but it's got that sound. But even high up here, we're in B now.
Yeah, I love how it actually, you can actually play everything in that.
You can.
Yeah, I remember I had a friend who first introduced me to the 7-string, and I picked it up, and it just threw me off completely. Like, what is this extra string doing here? But then as I got used to it, I realized what this low string really brings to the table. So why don't you try this one and let's see.
So I mean, the thing with 7-string is just for the first week, just play a 6. Forget about the 7th one.
That's what I
just get used to the regular guitar. And just like one thing, okay, give me this one.
Yeah, actually.
It has to come out of necessity, right? You have to be into the music which has the 7-string, and I was into Periphery and Animals as Leaders and all these, the progressive style of music. Even Meshuggah was playing a lot of 7-string from the mid-90s itself. So, alright, so we have, what's this again?
So this is called the Z507 by Hex.
I love the finish here. It's good, great feel on the neck.
Yeah, Hex, all of the guitars, they have this clean look to it.
Yeah. And it's for the both pickups?
Yep.
Okay, so. Okay, so we have that now, middle with the coil split.
Yeah.
And And they even used to do that all that.
Ah, that.
Oh, that sort of a thing that they used to do. I'm not a pro, guys. Sorry, I don't do all this stuff. Okay. And I think with now the bridge pickup with the coil split on, right? So. Okay, and now we're going to the humbucker mode with the full. That's just the 6.
Yeah,
That's just
I noticed
the 6.
it.
And now we're on to the. I went on the wrong string. Yes, I'm just making a whole bunch of noise, but I love it. It's got the fan frets, so high up here is a different thing. I'm not going to try and make a fool out of myself playing up high here. But it's cool, man. I love it. This is something that really does put me on to like a creative zone.
Yep.
Where I would want to experiment with clean tones, compressed tones, and distortion tones, and just sit and try this guitar out. So I think I'm going to be coming to the store more often and
You'll probably
spending
just
some
develop
time
new
with.
techniques just based on how you play on that.
No, it does get you into that creative zone. Now it makes sense once you do put your hands on a 7th string for some time. You really understand what these players are going through. Like they're really on that creative tangent where they're coming up with all these wacky, that new zone of those genres and new zone of songs.
Alright, so now we've got the Hush series with us. You've probably seen this on the channel previously. You've seen artists use this guitar. It's been around for a while and it's been super popular. The reason being, these frames actually come off. And so does the top one. So now you're not just going into like headless category. Now you're really getting compact. And that's designed for people who travel a lot, for flights, etc. The cool thing about this is it's essentially a block of wood with the strings attached on it. And you put the frames on so that you feel like it's a real guitar. The frames do not really contribute to anything, but you just get that support. And you can actually play this guitar without the frames if you wanted to. Just a cool new approach to guitars, making it convenient for everyone. Now I've got two models here, but this is the Hush X and that's the Hush X Pro. What's the main difference is they're both electric guitars, humbucker single coil with a 3-way switch, but that one has an onboard processor. And this, the Hush X, is more like a traditional guitar where it's just the pickups and you have an output that will go into your amplifier or your processor or whatever. And these actually have active pickups, so you have a headphone option for silent practice. These are also used as silent guitars for practice, for studio recordings and things like that. And of course, you have an active passive switch that lets you toggle between the two. So let's hear what it sounds like. Really love how clean crystal sounds and it just rings in even though it doesn't have a body. It's really nice sounds. I was on the neck pickup. Let's hear what the bridge pickup sounds like. And again, I'm on a clean channel. I'm not using a lot of drive. Really responsive. You got this nice funky bits going, and just like a traditional guitar, you can use your pedals, your processors, or plugins to actually get the kind of sound that you want. And with these pickups, they're really versatile, so you can get whatever sound you want with the convenience of playing. This also has a fixed bridge, so you don't have to worry about tuning issues. The tuning happens at the bottom here. It's got a notch for your plectrum in case you want to turn that, and it's got the battery component in the back here.
What battery is it running on?
So this is a non-standard 9-volt battery. You can easily
lovely,
swap
lovely.
this out.
Like an active pickup.
Yeah, it's an active system,
yeah.
an active preamp. It has also got an aux in. So if you want to plug in like a backing track or something like that and just practice, personal practice. These few features just add up. It makes life a little easier, especially for musicians who travel and do a lot of stuff, maybe in hotel rooms, at airports. Want something that's portable.
Yeah.
And that's the Hush X that's been around for a while. And seeing the success of this, they actually introduced the Hush X Pro.
I think I'll tell you what this guitar will be for. When you're a musician in a city like Bombay or in like a busy city, and you have to do a lot of traveling to different rehearsals, different shows, and you just can't carry a whole lot of things.
Yep.
So this will just come when you take these edges off. It will just go in a bag which is like this big.
Yeah.
So you can just carry it.
Bag,
It's like more compact than a tennis racket ka bag.
So we made a reel where I'm actually playing cricket with this thing. These frames actually go into the bag separately, and it's got some nice storage. You've got your headphones, you've got your cable, everything that you need, it's all there.
Yeah.
And this nicely packs in, and you can take it on your shoulder, you can put it in a suitcase.
Especially for a lot of rehearsals where you're a guitar player for multiple bands and multiple artists and you're doing some sessions here and there. So this is a great thing. The playability is amazing. Now we're on to the Pro. So it's got the whole, the processor, that's on board. That it's got a whole bunch of patches where right now I'm on the bypass mode. But as you change, it will take you through all the way to the tone, and now you start changing each FX block. So you can go through what amp model, what preamp, what pedal modeling that you want in front, the main amp channel, the cabinet channel. Then you go into the delays, the reverbs, and finally you're back onto the bypass. Right on top of that is the Bluetooth feature, so you can connect with your backing tracks, I think, and a tap tempo for your delays and effects, and a tuner if you just keep it.
If you long press, that's a tuner.
That's
so onboard tuner. A lot of a big problem with these headless guitars is where do you put a clip-on tuner if you have one?
Yeah.
So this,
yeah, that's true.
Let's hear some of the sounds.
Yeah, right now we're on the bypass. So as you said, like the bottom, wheel here is the volume knob, and I'll go in the neck pickup. So that's just bypass, no effects on board. To the combination pickup. By the way, this is just guitar by itself into the interface. So we don't have any modulation, any modeling going on right now. Okay, so that's that. Now we go on to, with the help of this wheel here, that takes you into your patches. Let me just get back to the main menu. Yeah. So this, when you just turn the wheel, it'll change your banks. So there's 3 patches in each bank.
Yep.
And it'll change that. So let me go to the acoustic bank. That's A1, and that's your sound.
Just a dry.
Yeah, that's a dry one. I press it once and that takes you to the
next one.
So that's like a hall reverb, I think. So that's the hall. One more press and I think that's got the delay now.
Yeah.
got one, I think, a pedal emulation as well
Some
on
kind of
top of
drive.
that. Yeah. I like it. This is a very usable tone for your rehearsals and everything. Okay, for such a small body, this is like a slightly thicker neck.
If I close my eyes, I wouldn't be able to tell that this is
coming out of
just the guitar. Amazing.
Yeah. Back to the neck pickup. Playability wise is amazing. It sustains. Let's go on to the next patch. Okay, next bank is
Now
this one.
it gets a little heavier.
So B1, I think. Effects, okay. That's your chorus effect. So you've got your okay, so not bad at all. Next patch is Ottawa, but I think it's more of like a vibrato.
So it's set to like
it's like almost like a Leslie sound.
Yeah.
Which I can probably, if I can go in there, I can change the settings of that and make it into like a black hole sun patch or anything you want, right? Took me to the Doors. And I think with the stereo, if you go in the headphone out, in the stereo, it will be going left and right. It's a trip, man. I'm telling you. So let's go on to the next bang. We're to our distortion zone now. Serious, more metal sort of a distortion. Okay, next one. This is, I think, the lead patch. Okay. All right, to the final bank. Now we're in there, really. So I think the D zone, the next bank is the distortion bank. Now that's with the... Okay, I think it has a gate. So
it does have a noise gate on.
And a whole bunch of patches. We'll have to do a separate
video. Yeah, we will do a separate video. Well, now we are back to the beginning with our N500 and N600 by Hex. Now, these are some top-of-the-line guitars. They are for real, serious, professional players who've been playing for a while. They understand what their requirements are. Yeah. And we'll go into the spec of it, not too much, but just to talk about the N600. So these have the Fishman Fluence pickups. A normal pickup would have your coils around the magnet on a plastic bobbin, what do you call it? And that's how your magnetic field would generate an EMF and give your output. With the Fishman Fluence pickups, you actually have a circuit board with the coils printed on that. And that's just modern technology. Now, if you turn into the back of this guitar, you can actually have switches that will alter the number of coils and give you various voicings. And that's the interesting part about how technology and traditional analog constructions have kind of found a nice middle ground. That was about the Fishman Fluence pickups. Incredibly great sounding, great voicings. You have different variants of it. And I have the N500 with me, which has got these nice active pickups. These are Alnico 5s again. And now both these guitars have floating bridges by Alchemy. And the great thing about this is we were playing these guitars for a while and they stay in tune incredibly well. In fact, Varun actually dropped this to a drop D tuning and I didn't have to worry too much about retuning the whole thing. It was actually quite stable. We did some whammy bar stuff happening. That's something that you really miss on some of the guitars, some of the more inexpensive guitars. The bridges don't really stay in tune that well. And last but not the least, these guitars just look incredible.
I think to really wrap off the whole series with the headless guitars, these two really stand out there. Like, when you put your hands on them, you really do feel the premiumness on it. The neck feel finish, the fret finish, the playability, the pickup, especially on this one, even with like they respond really well to even when you roll the volume knob off and make them into the single coil mode.
Yep.
With the push-pull knobs right here. And the real hero is the floating bridge here.
Oh, yeah.
Where all the wild stuff that we did at the end, it's just the tuning is still there. Like even when you're doing, okay, let me get some sound going.
Perfectly in
So
tune.
that's the perfect
That's
test, and these pickups sound great,
man.
na?
Yeah.
These pickups sound very like they kind of did remind me of my Super Strat and my Strats, where you have a whole lot of body and all these things where you do get the sound out. But here we're just doing it on a good new headless
guitar. And yeah, I love how full those pickups sound. They respond really well. Alright, so that was us exploring the headless guitar series. We've done quite a few of them. There are about 10 guitars that we've gone through, ranging from like a price about 25 to 30,000 right up to that one that costs about 78,000. So you have a range for everyone, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, professional. We've got headless guitars for you. And if you're watching this, do let us know what is your favorite guitar, what would you pick, and also do like the video, comment on it so that we know that you are enjoying these videos and we can actually make more videos about these. We enjoy making this content, and if there's anything that you would like us to talk about, do let us know and we'd be happy to do that.